Guys, hello and welcome to another flight review. And the airline says if I'm going to post this video, they're going to sue and ban me. So here is the story of how Luxair scams its passengers.
But why you sell it and why you scamming people? What is your name?
I don't give you my name.
No. You deny me access to the lounge, which I purchased for.
Yeah.
Exactly. She was so rude. She would laugh at me. She would get a kick out of it, not letting me into the lounge.
Today's trip started in Berlin, and I wanted to give you a review of Luxembourg's flag carrier, airline 199 for me. However, today I would also expose a massive scam the airline runs and how they apologized to me for their shortcomings and suddenly came back and threatened to sue and ban me. This is going to be a roller coaster of emotions today, but first let's check in for flight number 1. So before you check in, have you ever heard of Luxair? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, all checked in. A bit of a confused check-in agent, but it all worked out by the end of the day. Now let's head to the gate. So I just went through security, and I think I mentioned that on this channel before. You'd think the Germans are super efficient, but I think this airport actually stands testament what Germans really are. Not organized. It took like 35 years to build this airport, and it's been delayed 15 years. And that was exactly today the same. You go through security. It took forever. Not because it was busy, there was nobody, but they were so slow checking everyone. It took forever. It's really annoying. Luxair is the flag carrier of a small country called Luxembourg with a decent network around Europe. It has over 21 planes in its fleet and it also offers daily flights to and from Berlin. In the first leg I'm booked in business class and the second one in economy, so I can give you a comprehensive review of both classes. So now let's head to the gate and get on board the Dash 8, which is operating this flight today. So guys, and here we are. Welcome on board the Dash 8 of Luxair. We are just taxiing to the runway, and this is also the backbone of their fleet. They are currently operating 11 Dash 8s and I think 9 737s, and they fly as far as Dubai, if you've been wondering. Yeah, was handed a menu. Crew seems alright. There's 2 crew members, one for the business class section, which is only 3 seats. It's like not a dedicated seat, but the seat next to you is blocked. However, I find it very cozy here, sitting here, especially the leg room. You have your own little corner. It's pretty good. So yeah, looking forward what they have to offer on this 80-minute flight from Berlin to Luxembourg. A lot of you guys ask me about the gear I use, so I put together a comprehensive list on my website. The link is in the description box below. So we are a good 20 minutes into the flight. I have a breakfast right in front of me. There was no real choice. You can either have this or nothing, but looking at it, considering the short flight time, looks like a decent breakfast. So let's dig in and let's see what it tastes like. So that was the breakfast experience here on Luxair. Crew is lovely, food is very good, so overall pretty decent for what it is. And it's also an interesting fact that Luxair back in the days was operating 747 SPs between Luxembourg and South Africa. Like a route where you feel like these days there would be absolutely no demand. But it's interesting how it worked back in the days that you could fly from Luxembourg to South Africa and fill a 747. Incredible. Yeah. Nowadays, if any airline would start flights from Luxembourg to Johannesburg, for example, you'd probably have no passengers at all. We then landed in Luxembourg after a decent flight, but now things would take a dramatic turn and the airline was about to show what they really think of paying customers. So stay tuned for a lot of incoming drama.
You do. When I disembarked the plane, the crew said, I hope we get a good review. But our first flight was actually pretty decent. Now I was able, when I booked my flight, to purchase lounge access because I have like 7 hours now here before I continue to Paris. Do I fly economy class? We get lounge access, and I think it's a dedicated Luxair lounge as well. So we're gonna go and check that out as well, if you find it somewhere. But like seriously, what language do they speak in Luxembourg? So just to show you how stupid that airport is, it says lounge this way. Now let's go there. And guess what? There's no lounge, only passport control. So I do really wonder, when people come up, plan $1 million airport, why just can't they put up signs that actually make sense? So it points me to the passport control, but nowhere else. But it says lounge this way. This is really annoying. So if somebody watches from Luxembourg airport, this sign makes no sense. However, that doesn't get me any closer to the lounge. Maybe I can try to go down here. Let's see. So obviously we're down here. No lounge either. Let's go up again. I mean, I don't mind. But why? Why can't it be simple? Why does it always need to be complicated? And then you stand here in front of an airport plan, and obviously it also doesn't tell you where the lounge is. Excuse me, where's the lounge?
You have to go back upstairs.
Upstairs?
And
How do I get upstairs?
It was right after the security check. When you're upstairs, you just go straight ahead.
Oh, because I'm transiting, that's why I'm like
that's
confused.
Okay, it's the same lounge for everyone.
Beautiful,
Okay?
thank you very much. All right, she said go upstairs. Go upstairs. Not sure whether there is a lounge here, but we'll find out. There we go. I finally found it. When I purchased this online, it said it's for the entire transit. I just landed from Berlin, and I have 8 hours. I mean, I'm happy to sit here, not consume anything, but I paid for lounge access, which was sold on the basis for the transit.
Yeah, that's why we are here to inform the passenger.
Yeah, but why you sell it? Then why are you scamming people? Then why are you
You
doing
can
this?
come, but this evening, that's no problem.
So why
We
are you
don't do
selling
any
it online?
exception.
Why do you sell it online then?
I'm
I'm just asking you.
So you bought the lounge.
okay.
Yes, online on
Everyone
the based
can
on the.
buy it,
Yeah, but
because even
online
if you-
online it says for the entire transit when you purchase it online.
Yeah, but we are not in arrival
Nur
lounge.
eine Person dann auf die
No, not for the arrival lounge. It's for the transit.
Then I
for the
have to
transit.
check with our communication department. Maybe they have to detail this on the website. But,
Yeah. But like, I mean, if I'm sold a service, you know this is a scam, right? I'm sold on the basis that I can stay here for the entire transit. I'm just saying that. That is what I was purchased for. How would you react if you buy something and you don't get it? Well,
maybe online, but
Just
here, that's why we are here. That's why I'm explaining you. We are.
But you can't sell something online and say it's for the
I'm
entire
not selling.
transit, and then you come
I'm
here
your
and you say, "Hey,
supervisor.
I'm a joke. It's a joke."
I'm your supervisor and have to
What
stop on the
is your
rules.
name?
I don't give you my name. I
No,
can give you my
I
number.
want your name. No, of course. What's
I
your
give
name?
you my number.
No, what's your name?
No? Why should I give you my name?
Why not? Because you like I have to communicate it because I have to talk to
I can
to
give you my
Luxair.
number.
Merci.
I'm just checking your name.
Well, you can I have your name?
Yeah.
Well, that's I just.
But because we have to check your name.
So why can't you give me your name then?
It's my
I have to
decision.
communicate.
You have my
No, I have
number.
to. So you are the supervisor of the lounge? Yeah, for Luxair, you're the supervisor. You make the decisions. So you.
It's not my decision.
I'm asking you. No.
not
You made
my
a decision
decision.
right
It's
here.
our procedure.
You
It's
no.
a
You
departure.
deny me access to the lounge, which I purchased
deny
for.
you, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I wanted. So you are the supervisor of Luxair. Is that correct? You make the decision. Just wanted to know. Okay. Probably the rudest and worst customer service I have ever experienced in 7 years of doing airline reviews. She was so rude, she would laugh at me, she would get a kick out of it, not letting me into the lounge. And then I said, well, I purchased it. And she said, no, they're wrong on the website. So I'm the supervisor, so I overturned their decision. She asked me to leave and wouldn't give me her name, and she was hiding her badge as well. And yeah, incredibly rude a person. Apart from the scam, right? She has just been really, really awful. But the worst thing was that she was like constantly like smiling at me. She had that grin on her face. You could see she had such a pleasure in doing this. But congratulations.
So, no lounge, but just chilling here in front of the airport. The weather is lovely. I also shared that whole incident on Instagram, just so I might get a statement from Luxair, something official, because everybody I asked of the staff, nobody knew exactly. And luckily I have such great followers on social media as well, that a lot of you actually searched up the terms and condition of the lounge, and guess what? It doesn't mention a time limit at all. And this is why I do these videos, because I hope someone at Luxair will watch it and they will say, hey, why do we employ such a rude supervisor, and why do we sell lounge access, and why do we have those terms of conditions if we don't stick to them, you know? So I hope it's going to improve. No, it's not going to improve. I tell you what they do. They will just change their terms of condition, and they will put in there, okay, now we will introduce a time limit, so there's not going to be any issues. Yeah, against the customer. They're not team customer. Now they're cheap. They're trying to save money wherever they can. But in these days of social media, it's just going to hurt them. You know, why being stingy and why being rude for nothing?
Instead of wasting all my time in front of the airport, one of my patrons came to the rescue and we went for a coffee and a little drive before returning for part 2 of this review to the Luxembourg airport.
So guys, I'm back at the airport. As you saw, one of my patrons picked me up who lives nearby, and we had a quick coffee and a good chat. And in the meanwhile, I got a response from Luxair as well, who acknowledged that their terms of use don't indicate that there is a time limit, and they said I'm more than welcome to go back to the lounge and use it. However, I replied and I said, due to that hostile behavior of their staff or supervisor, I wouldn't feel comfortable there, and I won't be around such an aggressive person. So I asked them to refund me and said I haven't heard back yet. I don't know whether they're going to do refund me. But first of all, I'm like super glad that we were able to expose another scam, and that also Luxair, they have those rules in place. However, the supervisor single-handedly overturned their policies, as you saw in the statement that she made on camera, and causing such problems and such issues for the airline and their branding. And I mean, a lot of people are going to see this. Was it worth it? Absolutely not, you know. And just because she was on an ego trip and she wanted to prove her point, not in the interest of the airline, we ended up in that situation. However, I want to say that the flight was actually really nice, right? Crew was lovely, and now I have another flight to Paris. So we're going to see how this is going to go, but I wanted to give you a quick update, and I'm really glad that also with your guys' help, you guys sent me all their PDFs and terms of condition, the lounge use and all that stuff, that we were able to expose them and the shit that they've been up to. Little update from my side. I'm gonna head to the gate now and continue to Paris.
However, the peaceful message of understanding and acknowledgement of their shortcomings wouldn't last very long, and I got another not so peaceful email after my flight. So please stay until the end of the video and see how the airline decided to respond, and trust me, you're gonna be just as shocked as I was.
So guys, right now we're on the second flight, and this time in economy class, and you get a little goodie bag with some crackers and a bottle of water. Considering that this is a 45-minute flight, that's actually not too bad. However, the flight is already an hour delayed, and what I've noticed is when I was in Luxembourg at the airport, literally every flight delayed, and the transit experience in Luxembourg, it's not recommendable as well, because the airport is running absolute beyond capacity. There's no seating, it's really packed, it's just not fun. So overall, you know, with the lounge experience, etc., if you don't live in Luxembourg and you don't want to fly anywhere from there, do not use them if you have to transit. It's the worst decision that you can make. But yeah, gonna enjoy my little snack, and then I talk to you guys when I'm at the hotel.
So a couple of days after I landed in Paris, I got an email from the airline with a warning letter saying if I post this video and it will cause damage to the brand, they will go after me, and they will also ban me from flying with them in the future, retracting everything they said on social media to me, that they apologized for the incident and the miscommunication. So 180-degree turn, and that is pretty much what they say. But like, I'm really glad we were able to point this out. And when I did my research online on Twitter, or whether it's on TripAdvisor, so many people have been complaining about the same issue with the lounge. A lot of them fell for this scam as well. So, you know, once again, I take huge pride in what I do, exposing these kind of things. There aren't a lot of independent flight reviewers, auditors out there. 99% of them, they work together with the airlines, they accept free flights to create a PR piece for the airline, which is beneficial for the airline and for the creator as such. But this is not my motivation. That doesn't interest me at all. I want to leave an impact with my videos. So for me, it's very important that we fight these. And sorry that some airlines react in such manners. Fortunately, it's a very small, very small minority, and most of the airlines, they take the feedback constructively, they try to reach out, and most importantly, I did respond to them twice, and asking whether I will get a refund for the service that I purchased but it wasn't provided. They have ignored me, they kept my money, which is also unlawful. Just by the way, and yeah, no communication from the airline. So here I am posting this video and showing you what it's like and how the airline operates. In my eyes, and I'm sure a lot of you agree, this is fraud, this is a scam, and even withholding my money for a service I purchased is unheard of. And I'm glad that I'm able now to inform you guys as well, so that you be cautious. I do not recommend Luxair, and that's my verdict on flying with them and the experience I had. And in the end of the day, it's up to you, but this is what my experience was like. I know a lot of you have been to the same experience, but I do feel very sorry for everybody who falls for the same scam and doesn't have the platform or the voice to really like make a difference and get the airline to react. So this is for all of you guys. And yeah, this is it for now. Glad we were able to expose another airline. I'm also going to end the video here. Good news though, my next flight is flight number 200, and I have a very special surprise for you guys. So make sure you subscribe right now. An airline that has been requested many, many times, and it turned out to be a pretty awesome flight. So make sure that you all watch my anniversary video next week. This is it from my side. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of today's incident. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.